Hi. So, how cool is it that we can maintain our physical distance while still coming together as a community using cool technology like Zoom? I think it's pretty cool. And I think everybody is really doing a great job, and it seems like everyone's feeling pretty comfortable using Zoom. I'll still share with you a few tips that you can use to streamline your virtual experience. Let's start with the basics. Hardware. Zoom works great on mobile devices. For the most part, they all have a built-in camera and microphone. Your laptops will mostly have these too, but if you're on a desktop, you'll have to make sure that you have a microphone so we can hear you, a speaker so you can hear us, and a webcam so we can see your lovely face. Now, if you have a webcam, it probably has a microphone built into it. Software. If you are using a desktop or a laptop, you don't have to download anything or create an account to use Zoom in your web browser. But you'll be missing out on some of the features. If you want that cool gallery view that lets you see everyone else who's in the meeting with you, you'll want to download the software and create a free basic account, which I find makes the whole process of using Zoom much more intuitive. If you're on a mobile device, you'll want to download the app. Go to the App Store, download it, and install it. Create a free basic account, and you are ready to go. All right, it looks like we've been invited to a meeting. Let's go. The first thing we want to do is join the audio. Now let's turn on our video. Okay, here we are. We are in a Zoom meeting. Hi guys. Cool meeting. Okay, so let's have a look at our interface. Specifically, let's look for the row of white dots, and there they are, down there at the bottom of my screen. The controls might show up in different locations depending on what device you're using. Aside from that, it seems pretty consistent. I'm using an Android tablet. To flip through the screens, use your finger and swipe back and forth. Now I'm in speaker view. Now I'm back in gallery view. Sometimes the meeting host will pin their screen, then you're stuck with them. In this case, it's Stacy from HR. She has her video turned off, so now all we see is this. These little dots show how many screens are occupied with your smiling faces. If there are more people in this meeting, then there would be more dots at the bottom of the screen. Hi guys. Stacy. Stacy. Is she paying attention? I can't tell. Anyway, to get back to speaker view, just swipe until you are one dot from the left. On a desktop, you might see up to 49 faces on a single screen, but since we're on a tablet, we see 4. Why didn't you guys invite your friends? When you touch your screen on a mobile device, you get an additional row of icons at the bottom. The mic can be used to mute and unmute yourself. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. The next icon to the right is a video camera, and you can use this to turn your video feed off and on. In the middle, we have a share button. We're not going to worry about that right now. We are not the host of this meeting, and we do not have permission to share anything. One over from the right, we have the participants button. That shows you a list of the other people who are in the meeting. And if you click on that, you can actually use that to access the chat feature. So now we are in the chat feature, and you can see that we can send a message to everyone or individual attendees of the meeting. let's send a message to everyone. I just want to say hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, look, the cool kids messaged us back. I don't know if they understand the whole mask physical distancing thing. So you can also access that chat feature by clicking the More button and then going right to chat. So let's send a message to an individual. Hi, Bean. Nice hat. He's a little rude. He might not even respond. He did. You're welcome. Just a brief warning with the chat, or I would be remiss. It's a little like passing notes in class. Make sure that you've selected your intended recipient. And remember, the teacher is always watching. Messages can become part of a saved meeting transcript. Someone, somewhere, might be happy that I said that. Over here on the right, under the More button, you will find emojis that will allow you to communicate a basic nonverbal sentiment without disrupting the flow of the meeting, and the chat feature. So that about covers the basics of using Zoom as a meeting attendee. But let's talk a little about the etiquette that is evolving alongside of our new virtual culture. Going along with a few of these tips can streamline the experience for everyone. Zoom doesn't differentiate between background noise and something you're saying that you want the rest of the meeting to hear. So background noise can be a little disruptive. If you have a lot of background noise where you are, it's a good idea to keep yourself muted. Unmute yourself when you are ready to speak, and when you're done, mute yourself again. I do this a lot because I live by an airport and there's a lot of background noise. Also, I like to keep my tunes on. So do you remember where that is? Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. Let's go back to our More menu. There's only 2 emojis here, so sometimes they get repurposed by the host, and you may hear a host say something like, raise your emoji hand if you want to contribute. Or give a thumbs up if you understand. They stay on the screen for about 5 seconds. Of course, you can give an IRL thumbs up right into the camera with as much nuance and enthusiasm as you wish. Another trend is to wave goodbye instead of speaking it, or you could give them the fingers, spirit fingers, as a way to denote applause or to say farewell. So how about setting? Zoom gives us a sneak peek into the lives of others as we all set up our stations in various places around our homes. It doesn't hurt to briefly consider what other people might be seeing, especially when it comes to lighting. Think about it like you're taking a photograph. You want your face to be illuminated, and you don't want your face to be backlit, or you will look like a top secret witness on 60 Minutes or something. There's a lot more to Zoom, especially if you're going to be hosting your own meetings. But this just about covers the universal features on mobile that are essential for a good experience with our congregation's services, coffee hours, and committee meetings. Thanks for joining us. It's been a great meeting.